and welcome to a brand new video. And today I'm going to be doing a Scunthorpe United 24-25 season review. So as you see, I've got 3 shirts behind me. Alfie Beeston match worn 22-23, Andrew Boyce match worn 22-23, and this season's home shirt, well 24-25 home shirt signed, and Ross Fitzsimon's match worn gloves, and the I Now podcast. So, and I'm going to be doing a season review. And the first game of the season, Scunthorpe travelled down to Northamptonshire to play against Brackley Town. And that game ended in a 3-0 win for the Iron. Goal scorers were Alfie Beeston and Andrew Boyce. Alfie Beeston with a brace and Boyce with 1. And then moving on was Marine, if I'm correct in thinking. Yes, it was Marine. Another 3-0 win. And I know Boyce scored in this game, but I can't remember the other 2 scorers. Then we travelled to Needham Market, which was not a travel for me and my family. It was about 25 minutes down the road for us, down the A140, round the roundabout, and there you are, at Needham Market practically. We had a couple drinks before the game, and it was a great game to watch. The Iron played brilliantly. It was 1-0, thank God, thanks to an 85th minute penalty from Danny Whitehall to get us that win. And it was just a great game in general. I loved it. It was an evening game, and the day before I was around my mates, and then a couple of days after I was around my mates. So yeah. And then next up was Chorley at home, which we drew 1-1. And then 5th game of the season, we travelled to Newcastle on a bank holiday Monday for Scunthorpe vs Shields, which we won 2-0. Then a bit of an unusual one, Friday night, which is very uncommon in the National League North and just National League North, National League South, just National League in general. It's very uncommon. And yeah, so we won that game 2-0 under the lights at Glanford Park. I remember watching that game on Friday night. I was very tired, couldn't be bothered, so I just sat there and just watched the football, enjoyed it. And then on Tuesday night we travelled to Curzon Ashton to face them. And we won that game 1-0 thanks to a Ross Barrows wonder goal. And then we hosted Warrington Town and we drew 1-1. Then 7 days later exactly, we travelled to Stoke to face Newcastle Town. Bit confusing. We did not go to Newcastle. To face Newcastle Town, which we drew 1-1. We were 1-0 down for quite a while in that game, but thanks to a Brad Nicholson header to get us, that was a second FA Cup qualifying game, so we took it to a replay at our place, which we won 5-0 in the end. And here comes our first loss of the season, away at Scarborough Athletic. We can never win at Scarborough. Never win there. We can always win when we play them again at our place, but never at their place. The last 2 seasons, we haven't beaten them at their place. Then we had a very shock exit in the FA Cup against Guiseley Town, which I was less than impressed with that result. It was terrible. The boys played terrible. I just want to erase that game from my memory. Then The next game was on the 5th of October, which I chose my birthday game to go to for my birthday. And we drew 2-2 in that game. I did get photos with Michael Kelly and Jason Law, as you'll see here. Yeah, I got photos with those two lads. And yeah, it's a pretty alright game overall. It was a 93rd minute equaliser that got Oxford City the point. And yeah, then we travelled to Cheshire to face Chester. And we ended up drawing that game 0-0. And then we had Rushall Olympic at home, which we won 3-0. Then let's bring us to our second loss of the season, away at Southport, with a 3-2 loss. But then, Tuesday night, we made up for that 3-2 loss with a 6-0 win against Varsity Celtic. I remember watching this game in my bedroom. I was just mesmerised. We played superbly. The best I've seen them play this season. After the Chester game. Chester game we played the best. Or Chorley. Chester, yeah. And then we drew 0-0 against Radcliffe. Thank you, Ross Fitzsimons, is all I got to say. So they got a 90th minute penalty. But the man, the myth, the legend, Ross Fitzsimons, with these exact gloves, saved the penalty. With those exact gloves. This glove here, I think, he saved it with. Then we move on to our third loss of the season, away at Spennymoor, and it was another 3-2. We love 3-2s this season. Then another 3-2 loss to our bogey team, Buxton. We have not beat Buxton yet. It's pissing me off. Then we get very shock exit of the FA Trophy against Warrington Rylands. But this one of my favourites, Lincolnshire Senior Cup quarter-final, Scunthorpe 3, Grimsby Town 1. We're beating Grimsby. That's all I got to say. Still can't believe it. And we'll be facing them again in the same tournament, in the same phase of the cup. Then Leamington away. May I point out, this was the first game this season that we played 4 at the back. And we ended up winning this game 2-0. And yeah, Leamington did go down to 10 men as well this game. We won 2-0 with a Cal Roberts brace. Then we travelled to Darlington on a Tuesday night. I swear it's always a Tuesday night we go to Darlington. We drew 0-0. Then the next weekend, we drew 0-0 again. But I didn't get to listen to the whole match because, 1, my phone died, and 2, I was in Wembley. So I was at the Lionesses game, England vs USA, which also ended 0-0. And then we had a very scrappy win on the next weekend. Very scrappy. A 2-1 win against Marine, which was very undeserving. We played terribly. I just don't know how we got that win. Seriously. Then we drew 0-0 to Hereford on the 21st of December. And then we beat, on Boxing Day, we beat Peterborough Sports 1-0. I was at this game. The fans were brilliant. Everyone was just brilliant. Beck obviously wasn't that game. And then, yeah, it was an 87th minute winner from Cal Roberts, if I can even get my words right. 87th minute winner from Cal Roberts to get us the 1-0 win. And this was the game that I walked out with Ross Fitzsimons and got these gloves. So it was a great day for me, a great occasion. And this wasn't a Christmas present. We were going to go to the game anyway. And then on New Year's Eve, we beat Kings Lynn 3-2. And then coming up to, I think this is our 6th loss of the season, against Rushall Olympic. I was less than impressed with this result. This result really pushed my buttons, and I was very frustrated after this game. And the next one, Chorley vs Scunthorpe, who we beat in the playoff semi-final. We drew 2-2 in this game. I remember this game, so I was staying around my nan's, and me and my nan were listening to the game, so I was getting very frustrated, with Beck especially. Then on Tuesday night, Beck finally scored his first ever Scunthorpe United goal, his first and his only goal for Scunthorpe United this season, which another 3-2, so we love that scoreline. And then, again, we win 3-2 against South Shields. No, that wasn't under the floodlights. Brackley game was under the floodlights. Again, we love our 3-2s. And then we had... Oh, South Shields also went down to 10 men. We beat Needham Market 2-0 at Glanford Park. When King Scales scored inside 5 minutes, I thought we were going to absolutely batter Needham Market like we did to Farsley Celtic. But no, we only beat them 2-0. And then they also went down to 10 men. And then we were supposed to face Spalding in the Lincolnshire Senior Cup semi-final, but that was cancelled because Spalding withdrew from the game. Who knows why? Just they did. Hey, we got through to the final. Who cares? And then we visited Warrington, We went to Warrington and we won 2-0. And then Curzon travelled to us, which we drew 1-1. Thank you, Mo Federa. We love our late winners, Mo Federa or equalisers, as you'll see with another one of the games. It was 1-1, as I said, and Federa scored in the 93rd minute to equalise for the Iron. And then on the Saturday we faced Scarborough and we beat them 2-1, which was another great result. Then we drew 0-0 to Oxford City. Then we beat Darlington 2-0. Then we drew to Buxton 1-0. Thank you, Colton Ubazunu. There's 9 minutes added on for stoppages, and he scored in the 91st minute, which was brilliant. And then moving on, we hosted Leamington Town, and it ended Scunthorpe 1, Leamington 0. I was at Whipsnade Zoo this day, but I still listened to the game. It ended Scunthorpe 1, Leamington 0, and it was a Cal Roberts penalty. And then we visited Alfreton Town under the lights, which I also watched this game. We won 2-0 this game. Then we had another 2-0 win. And then we headed into the 2 biggest games of the season. Then we started off with Kidderminster on the Tuesday night, which we lost 1-0. But then on the Community Day, best goal this season from Mr. Michael Kelly, who absolutely rifled it into that Chester net. It ripped the net. The fans went mad as anything. It seemed like Mad Hatters, but who cares? It's a football game. Be as mad as you want, but just don't run on the pitch or get kicked out. And then we had the Lincolnshire Senior Cup final. We won our first trophy of the season. It's a Mickey Mouse trophy, but it's a trophy. We drew Cleethorpe with Cleethorpes 3-3 in normal time, but beat them 3-0 on penalties. And then we hosted Southport and we beat them 2-0. Then a very disappointing game. We lost 1-0 to Radcliffe. But then the next Saturday, I was at this game. We beat Spennymoor 2-0. The lasagna before the game was brilliant. First ever time I've had lasagna. It was superb. And just the game in general, I absolutely loved the day. huge thank you to the Solsesk for inviting me and my family to this game. We really appreciated it, and we had a great time. And yeah, moving on, we faced Kings Lynn. I also went to this game. It was very disappointing. It was Good Friday, but it wasn't a very good Friday for the Iron. Just didn't click. The players didn't click. It was not a good enough performance. As you could hear, the fans were screaming at the players, shouting not good enough, not good enough. I don't blame them, so it was not a good enough performance. The worst performance of the season. Even worse than guys in Kings Lynn, same level. Then on Bank Holiday Monday, we went and thumped Peterborough Sports 5-0 at Glanford Park. And then we faced Hereford last game of the season. If Kidderminster and Brackley both lost, then we would win the league. But if Brackley won and Kidderminster lost, then we would have came second. And if Brackley would have lost, Brackley would have came third, Kidderminster would have won the league, and we would have came second. But obviously, as you know, Brackley won, we won, and Kidderminster lost. So we came second. And we ended up winning that Hereford game 1-0. And then we move on to the playoff semi-final, Chorley at home, sorry. Both of our games were at home. And that ended 4-2. And then the biggest game of the season, Chester in the playoff final. We did it. We beat them in extra time. This was the most emotional game for me by far. And yeah, I just couldn't hold back my tears. I tried my best, but I just couldn't. Then we have 7. We have 6 friendlies arranged, and we have a Lincolnshire Senior Cup game. So our friendlies is Cleethorpes away. All these games are away. Cleethorpes Town away on the 12th of July at 2 o'clock kickoff. Then Crowd Colts away on the 15th of July, 7 o'clock kickoff. Then Gainsborough away, 19th of July, which I'll be at Riat. There will be a video for Riat, don't you worry. A 1 o'clock kickoff. Then 22nd of July, 7 o'clock kickoff, that's Skegness, which I will be on holiday. Huh? No, it will be the day before I go on holiday. And then Spennymoor away while I'm on holiday on the 26th of July at 3 o'clock. Then Worksop away while I'm driving home from my holiday. And a 3 o'clock kickoff. And on the 31st of December 2025, that date's probably going to change. We have a Lincolnshire Senior Cup quarter final at home versus Grimsby Town. The kickoff is still to be confirmed. Yeah, that's the season review. I thought the season was a brilliant season. Season was good overall. And yeah, I thought some of the fixtures we could have played better. Some of them we played brilliantly, but we were just unlucky to get the point or the loss or something like that. It's just sometimes it doesn't work out for you, which is annoying. You play well, but you don't get rewarded for it. Well, you get rewarded in a point, but you know what I mean. Yeah, though, it's hard, knowing you play well, but you only get a draw. That's the frustrating thing about football. Anything can happen. Even these little teams can beat you. Like Guiseley, they beat us. So, yeah. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Turn those post notifications on so you get notified whenever I post a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.